I'll say this once again. People, you are my friends. The devil, he can't come in tonight. That's right.
Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Garrett.
And we are chatting with livemusicTO.
But she found me lying naked on the floor.
So you guys are here on the Pioneer Tour, the World Tour part of it. How's the tour going for you guys so far?
It's been pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of new songs, which is cool, and playing some old songs.
People are showing up.
Yeah, and tonight sold out, which is awesome.
It's a bigger venue than last time, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you seen a change from the last tour in terms of maybe fan base or crowds in general?
There's definitely been some older people coming out, which is cool to see.
I mean, it's hard to say older because we've been a band for 5 years. So.
Yeah, maybe people are just getting.
Yeah,
I think when I first saw you, I was like 17, now 20.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
We've been seeing a lot of the same faces, which is cool. A few of the shows I asked how many people are seeing us for the first time. Quite a few hands went up, so that's pretty awesome for us because the step that we took and kind of the uncertainty of it all. I think it's reassuring that people are showing up and being supportive. So.
Do you feel that's more of an accomplishment when you get those new fans, especially you've done it for 5 years now, that you're hoping you're still developing a new fan base instead of keeping the same?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely. It feels good, it definitely, it's a fulfilling feeling. But I think our biggest thing is we're not really concerned with, who specifically listens. We're trying to just get it out to as many people as possible, and there's no bias or discrimination as far as who we'd like to listen to it. So.
One of the bands you're on tour with, who are unfortunately not playing on today's show, is the Arkells, Canadian boys. Have they taught you anything that you didn't know about Canada or how we act, considering you've already been up here enough in the last few years?
They're all so nice. They're all extremely nice.
Max actually rode on the bus, the singer Max rode on the bus with us over here last night, and he was telling us about kind of like how the government is really involved with kind of the arts and stuff like that, and how they applied for some grants and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome and pretty pretty incredible. Yeah.
It's a big step for musicians up here for that, and getting that support.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys also have toured with a pretty legendary band, and one of my favorites, Taking Back Sunday, twice now.
Yeah.
And as well, Newfound Glory. In terms of the Taking Back Sunday part, how did it feel the first time you guys got to tour with them, and then coming back and seeing the guys again? How did that feel like?
Well, I remember when we found out we were getting the tour is when we were actually recording Pioneer, and it was super. I mean, all of us were just like, "There's no way we're getting this tour. There's no way. There's no way." And then they ended up like wanting us to be on it, and we were just so excited because, like they were a band that we grew up listening to, and I remember the first day I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like every other tour as far as you meet a group of people that you've never met before.
It's awkward at first.
Yeah, you spend the whole tour kind of getting acquainted, but that kind of just happened to be Taking Back Sunday, So it was definitely I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, kind of in shock.
Get a little starstruck in terms of being
not necessarily starstruck, but just
I've been listening. Like it really hit me when I watched them the first night, and just them playing all the songs that I've loved for.
I think it was more
years.
nostalgic just because of what I was going through as 7th, 8th grader when I first listened to them, 6th grader or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when we heard the songs live, it was just. Brought you back, and then I think going back out on tour, fortunately they were really fucking nice, really awesome dudes.
Maybe one of definitely up there.
Yeah.
My favorite bands we toured with.
And so
Just
now I
people.
think we have more of a relationship, not just with the band members, but with the whole crew. And it's kind of weird that we're friends. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
You would ask yourselves a great.
No. I would have spit in myself. I would have spit in my face and told me.
You asshole.
Told me to piss off.
And then Newfound Glory, those guys, I mean, it wasn't as long of a tour because he was
Yeah.
overseas, but we spent about 2 weeks with those guys, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just as nice, like, really great guys. Would love to do something with them again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was, and the same thing, watching them play the set, it was like, holy crap, like, this is the reason I was in a band, like, so, it was awesome.
Okay, now more to the music side of things.
Yeah.
Pioneer's been out for a while now. Great album.
Thank
Big
you.
step forward I found for you guys.
Thanks.
And I saw it in the previous albums. Slowly crushing it all the way from, I remember first I heard Daisy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it was the same band, you can still hear it a bit. What was the point, maybe for you in songwriting, that things changed for you in the progression and this stuff you used to sing about changed and matured?
I think I just think it stemmed from listening to music that I like to listen to. I found that some of my favorite songs I hadn't even known the lyrics to, and the melody just kind of was so powerful that I just really, for whatever reason, attached myself to it. But then upon kind of more investigation, you figure out that these lyrics that are in some of my favorite songs are completely personal. You know, they're completely unique to that person, that character. So I think after kind of examining all that and realizing that it would be okay to not sing about girls, and you know, I can still do that, but I kind of felt like it was okay to just sing exactly about what I feel or what I want, you know. And I think in the future, like writing songs right now, I'm continuing even further on that path. So I'm getting to a point where it's just whatever it is that's going on in my head is just what's going to be it's going to be what's being talked about. And I think straying away from our label helped a lot too, because we don't have somebody breathing down our neck and telling us that this isn't a single, or this is, you know, this isn't poppy enough or whatever. It was just honestly no pressure at all. It was just write a bunch of songs and pick the best ones that fit together. So
to the label part of it, being independent pretty much now, what did you learn about the industry when that changed, when you had to control a lot more of what goes on with you guys? And do you see what's going on ever changing to be back to labels are okay things to have?
I mean, personally, what I've kind of pulled from the whole experience, we still have a lot to figure out with our label. We're not technically going to be off of it just yet. But what I've learned, not only from the label side of things, but from how we operate and how we like to run things, I've learned that it's okay to say no. It's okay to not compromise on everything. You know, it's okay to be stubborn, because at the end of the day,
It's you.
it's you, yeah, it's your name. It's whatever is going to be publicized creatively, that ultimately has your name on it, has our names on it. And I think it took us a long time to figure out that no is an appropriate word sometimes, and fuck off is an appropriate word sometimes, you know.
It's one of those things that, like, when you're younger, when a 40-year-old dude's telling you, hey, like, this is not right, and then you're like, oh my god, like, this guy controls my music, or controls, like, you know, what's gonna happen. But then it comes to a point, you're like, why does he? There's no real reason, especially if he's not doing anything. Like, there's at labels, there's a lot of people who are supposed to do a lot with your music, but then they don't give a shit.
And I find, not all of them, I know plenty of guys up here in the industry that are always out and finding new stuff. But I've heard stories of some of these executives at labels that have no pulse on what's really going on.
Yeah, I think once accountants started running major labels, I think that's when everything kind of went to shit, because you have people that are their number one priority isn't integrity of the artist or character of the artist or taking risks. It's about a paycheck and it's about making money for your company, which I completely understand, because a company has to make money to be a company.
Everybody has to make money.
Yeah.
You want to live.
And at the same time, I mean, it's neither here nor there for us at this point. I'm not talking bad about them because I don't know any of them. I know that I'm not trying to make friends, you know, I don't need a couple of 45-year-old friends, you know, I have a few of those already. I don't need any more. All we need is creative control and putting out music that we're comfortable with putting out, and, you know, if that doesn't coincide with the way that other people feel that are in charge, then, you know, we're going to put up a fight, so.
I asked this question, I did an interview with Rock to the Moon, and I asked the same question. You sort of strayed away from the pure pop rock side, but with that, the fan base, have you ever thought your looks overshadowed your lyrical content and your music by how you look and girls finding you attractive, and that being more the reason they're going to see you than what you're writing about?
I've never really thought about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I mean, they're coming out and they're singing the words, and they're like, it seems like they're like.
I guess for us, we don't care, because if you're there,
they're either really
you're
good
showing your
actors
support, you know. I mean, I don't listen to music because I think, you know, Adam Lazer is a good-looking dude. You know what I mean? I listen to it because if it means something to me, then it does. You know. But some people that might have, I don't know. You know, age can kind of play a big role in that, and I think it's really crucial that either way, whatever reason they're listening to us, I think it's really crucial that we have a message behind it all. Because if they're that easily influenced by just a good-looking dude or whatever, then imagine, you know, how influential your words can be.
Yeah, you want to give a positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Message.
So
that's what you guys have always done.
I think that's really important. If you get them, you know, in a certain place, then you have the luxury of being able to say whatever you want, and hopefully people attach to it. So.
Yeah, because even your songs that are about like breakups or anything, you're still putting the positive outlook on it. From every album you guys have brought out, I found that and connected with myself.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
The final question I want to talk about is, you guys are going to be on the 10th anniversary of Bamboozle.
Yeah.
That's next, less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, totally.
How excited are you guys about that?
Pumped, man.
Yeah. I mean, we're playing with some of our favorite bands on, and we're just. I'm really excited to play, but I am really excited to see some bands too.
Yeah.
Which I haven't been in like.
I've never been able to see the Foo Fighters before, and I think that's gonna be like really incredible. But
I haven't seen Jimmy Eat World in a really long time.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite bands.
And on top of it all, you know, we get to share a stage with them, whether they even know it or not. I don't care because we're there.
Like, hey, we should share Foo Fighters and Blink.
But we also get to see some friends, which is pretty cool. Never Shout Never's gonna be there. Good friends with those guys, and just the whole Bamboozle experience is really fun. It's just you know, the free booze situation. We just have to tone it down, not get too weird.
Will you guys be there the whole weekend or just for that one?
We have shows that kind of.
So no Bon Jovi.
No Bon Jovi.
No Bon Jovi. Unfortunately.
Just missed it. Oh, and Skrillex.
Skrillex.
Dude.
No Brand New. No.
That's
Brand New's playing on the Sunday.
Gaslight
Anthem, great band.
Yeah, I'm bummed for those.
But well, I want to thank you guys for your time today.
Thank you.
hell of a rest of tour, and
Thank you.
good 2012.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much,
lot, man.
man.
Come on, man.
I feel a little withdrawal, baby. Come pick me up.